Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie, but I go by Lovely Steph. So whenever you hear me get on here, I'll just go ahead and continue to say Lovely Steph, okay? I want to welcome you to my channel. This is my first video, so I'm so excited to begin this journey with you all. And I hope that there is always something that I express or share that will resonate with you in some kind of way, will enlighten you or inspire you, encourage you. And don't forget to comment in the comment section some things you want to see in upcoming videos, some wonderful feedback from something that I've said that has actually encouraged you or maybe met you right where you were. Also, if you want to see other content, things like that, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to be so excited to touch on those topics, those subjects. If you need me to pray with you, talk with you, please feel free to reach out to me. I am on other social media platforms, and I also will list my email address, and you could also reach out to me in that manner. Please feel free to help me along this journey as I'm new. I want to make sure that I'm serving justice to this platform and honoring it in the way that it should be, and reaching out to those who need the words that are given to me to give. So, and also I'm, wanting to learn more. So don't be afraid to give me your feedback, good, bad, ugly, in a loving manner. This is a loving community. This channel that I'm setting up on today is all about love. So my channel name is Lovely Steph Love. Okay, Lovely Steph is my name, but everything I do, I want to do it in love. God wants us to love one another, right? He wants us to love ourselves. That way we can love others as we love ourselves. And thus Christ loved us, right? I am a Christian, and, I'm not a respecter of other parties, other views, whether it's politics, religion. I respect it. I understand it. I believe in some kind of way we incorporate other views as well. So if you're not a devout Christian, don't be afraid to watch this channel, because I'm not going to be shoving things down your throat, but we all can learn from one another, But what I will say is that I will reference sometimes the word in scripture. I'm not a Bible quoter, can't sit here and quote every scripture in the book, but I usually try to give a reference of what the word says so that we can have a footprint, we can have a blueprint of where we're getting our knowledge, and be able to have a foundational structure of what we're talking about and why, and how we could apply it, because it's not just off the top of our head. We are spiritual beings in a body. So let's go on. Let me let you know that if you would be so wonderful to like, comment, share, all those fun requisites when it comes to YouTube. And again, I'm up, I'm ready, I'm a sponge. Let me know what I could do different that's going to be improving this lovely family of ours. And I just look at you as my loves, my lovely flowers, let's grow together. So without further ado, the content that I want to talk about today is just understanding that we are humans. We make mistakes. We do things that are not necessarily pleasing to ourselves and sometimes others, let alone God. But you should understand that we are all redeemable. We all make mistakes, okay? And that we do not have to stay in the same old place, right? That we're able to evolve, we're able to change, we're able to grow. We're able to get back up when we stumble, okay? So that's what I just want to be an encouragement to someone today, because I was triggered to get up and start, because I've been sitting on this and sitting on this. So that's why I'm so excited to be here on tonight, on today, whatever time it is of the world where you are. And I appreciate you taking the time to get on here and listen and to support and share and like, so that this channel can grow, just like the beautiful, lovely flowers that you guys are. And yes, there could be some male flowers, because we need that pollination to continue the cycle of life when it comes to being a flower. So come on in the room. I just hope that this has blessed you. Just this little segment today. My foundational word is going to be Romans 6:8, Isaiah 58:6, and then Acts 16:26. Now, every single time I upload, it's not always going to have a scripture. It's not always going to be so in the face, in the word. But there's always going to be something that you can take away from the message, okay? And the things that I share with you is going to be because I have lived these things. I have felt these things. So some of the things I have felt is, like I said, I had to step out of the box today because I've been sitting on this. I haven't been feeling like, oh, should I be the one to say this? Or am I worthy enough to talk about this? And I didn't feel like, I was feeling condemned. I was feeling less than. I was feeling like I was a failure. But when God spoke to my spirit and told me that, and reminded me that I am forgiven, that all those sins, all those mistakes have been forgiven, and that I can take my bed up and walk. Okay? That you don't have to stay in that negative place. You don't have to stay in that place where you fell. Which is a funny story, because as I sit here on tonight, I have a broken foot. I have a broken foot, and it's because I fell, okay? So that's part of one of my journeys in this life. It's falling. In the natural, falling in the spirit, in the religious realm, and also now in the natural, where I fell and I broke my actual foot. So then I'd lost my footing, okay, where I did not know and could not stand on my own. So I've been having to lay and take medicine and let people do stuff for me, which is so hard. And I'm like, oh God, I'll never be able to walk. Am I ever going to be able to wear heels again? Come on, sisters, whoever has and loves to wear their heels, okay? But as I noticed when I was laying in the bed and I was crying about the fall, okay, if you would stay with me on that, like the fall, okay, I was so upset. How could I fall? It wasn't like I was trying to, but in life, sometimes that happens. You fall and you're like, oh, wow, how'd I find myself in this situation? Or how'd I find myself doing that? I fell off. I stopped doing this. I stopped doing that. I'm not acting in the same way that I did before. But, God, what we are, like I said in the beginning of this video, we are redeemable, okay, by the grace of God, right? And that without our mistakes, we won't know that we can get back up. Okay, even after a great fall, whether it's a physical fall, you have broken a bone or torn something and you had to go through the process of healing, right? We'll get into that sometime soon. Oh man, the necessary things that it takes in order for us to get back up. It's a process, but it's so worth it, because in that process, after a fall, you have to look at yourself. You have to examine yourself. You have to say, what caused me to fall? Okay? You have to understand there was something that caused you to fall. And once you identify that thing that has caused you to fall, then you'll be more careful and mindful and watchful, and not to go that same direction maybe, or to watch what's in front of you, or something that could trigger you to go down that same path that could cause you to fall again. So after you recognize what made you fall, you be careful about to watch it, right? Secondly, then you can say, okay, now I've fallen. Do I stay here? Why would you want to stay there? That's not prospering you anywhere. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not even going to be able to get you the healing process if you stay there. If you stay there, you're going to continue to be broken. You're going to continue to feel weak. You're going to continue to feel like you can't. But if you believe, okay, I'm at least trying to get out of this state or this place where I have fallen. Because if you at least muster up the strength to get away from that situation that has caused you to fall, okay, you might not recognize it at that point what made you fall, but you know something made you fall. So if you're in the spirit realm and you're speaking on that term, what is it within yourself that pulled you to the point to put you down, to put you in a different place, to tear you away from what you were originally driving for, striving for, walking toward, wanting and desiring toward a goal, right? And then if it's in the physical, you're like, oh man, I didn't even see that. For me, it was a pothole. I mean, the pothole took me out, okay? I didn't even see, how did I see a pothole? And it got me and took me out, broke my foot. The pain was immense. It was so intense. I wanted to cry. Grown woman wanted to cry. Knee all skinned up, leg all skinned up, bleeding, foot all big and swollen like the clump. I mean, seriously. I'm like, oh God, I can't get it. I'm just had to scoop myself out the street to the curb. So I just want to say, there's more to that story, but understand at that state, it happened so fast. It came, I hit the pothole, flew, hit the ground, everything happened, foot broke, blood and skin everywhere, just not pleasant. And then even after that, just the pain and the embarrassment, the stories you have to tell when you go through something. It's not always pleasant, but it's part of my story. And the reason I'm telling you about this fall and this brokenness of my foot, because I hope that it resonates in you. Something in your life, in the spirit, something in your life that you need to understand, that brokenness came, that fall came to break you, yet to take you to a place where you had to tell your story, which I'm going to be doing on this channel, knowing that my story is going to help change someone's life. Oh man, don't be afraid to tell your story. Don't be ashamed and embarrassed, because sometimes you got to laugh at yourself. Sometimes you got to cry. Sometimes you got to talk about it, because you're going to be free afterward, right? You're going to be free because of it. Now, the other thing is, now you fail, it hurt, it's crazy, it's painful. You muster up the strength to get away from that thing that made you fall, okay? Even if you didn't see it coming, okay? Then you go get seen. You go get some help. You go say, hey, I can't fix this alone. I know this is something I got myself into. This is something that I didn't see happening. It was something I didn't predict. It's okay to get help. Okay, I know we're in the age where it's like self-help and self-care, which is so important. But I definitely am an advocate of getting therapy of any sort, in the physical, the natural, the spirit. Like, you need to hear some word. You need to hear some spiritual speaking. You need to hear meditation. You need to go to a therapist, talk it out, get it out. I'm definitely an advocate for that. There's so many different free helplines, online, video chats, all kind of stuff. And I'm even a person, if you would like to contact me, we can talk, we can video, whatever. But after that comes, well, now you got to admit what happened. Then you have to go over, okay, well, now you have the professional person. Well, how did this happen and what did this happen? Okay, I got it. You got to tell it. It's embarrassing. Well, see what had happened was, I should have not been doing this, but I ended up doing this. This what happened. Oh my God, embarrassing, right? But after you get it out, then it's like, okay, I've identified it. I see what happened. Now I'm here. Now what do I got to do? How long is it going to take to get from that falling place where I was broken to becoming healed. What do I got to do to get healed? Because I've already explained it. I've already worded it out. I've already talked it out. I've already taken the shame of even how I got to the fall. Now, what do I got to do to get healed? Well, went to the professional and you told it. They say, well, let's see what's really going on. Okay, my broken foot. You know what they had to do? Give me an x-ray. Let's go look deeper. Because on the surface, we can see the swelling like the clumps. But we got to see the underlying issue. Because on top, we get to see the swollenness. There's a lot of things puffed up. Sometimes our pride is puffed up. Sometimes there's something in us that's so puffed up that we want to hold it on the outside, right? But there's something going on in the inside. And we got to get an x-ray to look at that bone, okay? That real rooted issue, the structure of how that thing looks. How bad is the break? Is it a little break or it's going to take a little bit of time? Or is it a big break? Is it a compound fracture? What's going on? Because if you don't go underneath and see the real hardcore structure of it all, you're not going to be able to treat yourself. You're not going to be able to get the proper treatment to fix it. You're not going to know how long the trajectory time is to take care of it. And if you don't go deep and you look and see what it really is, if you don't have the proper treatment, it's something that could take 5 minutes, or not even really 5 minutes, let's say 5 weeks, okay? It could turn into 5 years. You don't want to be like the people on the mountain. You don't want to be like the people going around, and you could have been done, right? So it's important to do the work or go get the help so you can see what the real underlying issue is. My goodness, okay. Then after this, it's not that bad. It looks bad. It feels bad. Because sometimes when we're going through some stuff, it looks bad. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I don't want to believe. I can't. Am I really going through? And we just work ourselves up and make it really something so terrible when it's really like this big. But or they can say, wow, this is a doozy. You got it good. You broke it real good. So since it's so broken, the only thing we can do is stabilize it. Because when it can't move, you have more control. You have a way to stop the breakage. You have a way to stop and hinder it from moving and causing more damage, right? That's when you get down and you see what really needs to be done. So when you stop the thing from moving, it will stop the pain from happening. Because when something's broken and it keep moving, ooh, out, every little thing, right? And it's going to keep swelling, it's going to keep everything. But once it's stable, now you can really allow it to heal without continuing the cycle of the same hurt, right? And then you're going to allow it to line up. Let the thing that has been broken, let the thing that has been hindering, let the thing that keeps trying to move you somewhere else other than being stable, having a stable, sound mindset, okay, so that you are wrapped correctly, okay, wrapped in the word, wrapped in the spirit, wrapped in the things that's going to keep you straight and growing and healing properly. Okay, please understand what I'm saying on today. I know that I'm literally speaking, but please take it figuratively. That way you can internalize this and find out what is breaking or what has broken that you have not gotten the proper x-ray examination so that you can be diagnosed properly to heal, okay? And what has taught me in this healing process, I'm only 3 weeks in, okay? But he said up to 3 months. The earliest is the 3 weeks when I can start wearing this air cast, okay? And I can adjust it how I need to when I'm ready to get up and walk. And, I'm not always elevated, but I should be most of the time. But that's not even my part. I'm like, ready to go. I'm like, what you need? I need to be over here. I got this event. I got to help this person. No. Slow down. Stop for a second. Put your foot up. Lay down. Put some ice on it. Don't move it. Be still. Be still and know that I am God. I am your provider. I'm going to take care of you. You're always wanting to rip and run. You're always wanting to get and go and doing that. Now it's your turn to let people come your way and help and provide and care for you while you're being mended, while your footing is being repaired, while your footing is now being wrapped and mobilized and stable so it can heal properly. Okay? Be still and be healed. That's what I got from my broken foot. And I pray that whatever you know in your life that you have fallen away from grace or fallen away from something, your path, your goals, the things that you saw, your vision in front of you, I pray that it comes back to you. I pray that you will allow it to be wrapped properly after being diagnosed, and you stay and you follow the instructions. Don't deviate from the instructions that has been given to you from the professional, from the doctor, from God, from your even your own psyche, your own self. What you know to do that. Okay, that's what I'm saying. What you know to do that, even if it don't feel good, even if it don't, it's temporary. Just remember, it's temporary. That fall happened. Now you're on your way to recovery. And on your way to recovery, that journey sometimes don't feel good. You're going to have some days. It's like I have some days where I'm like, oh, it's not too bad today. And I get up and I try to, one crutch it around the house, okay? And it's like, this ain't too bad. By the middle of the time, it's like, oh, man, my foot is hurting. I got to take some medicine. It's throbbing and swelling again. Sat down. Go ahead and sat down somewhere because you're doing too much, because you ain't all the way healed yet. It might feel like you all right, but really, no, it's still in the healing process. It's going to take some time. It's not always easy because we want to do what we want to do. We want to go when we want to go, where we want to go, and sometimes even where we should be doing or going. Because we need to sit down and lay down. Because sometimes sitting is okay. But when you lay down, it's a different relaxation. It's a different stress relief, okay? And your body can repair and renew and be healed. So then I went back to the doctor. They examined it again. Let's see how much progress we done made. How much time has passed. Now, where are we at in this progress? Are we all the way healed? How much longer is the healing? Is it going to be exactly what we predicted? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing to continue the healing process? Are you following instructions? Are you doing what you know to do? Are you keeping it wrapped? Are you keeping it where it's stable, where you need to be? Or are you letting it flop around and more things is happening and more damage is happening? I just tell you, I didn't know breaking my foot and not offing someone, break your foot off somewhere because somebody done said something or did something. I'm about to break my foot off. No, calm down. Simmer down, bring it down, because it's not always for us to have vengeance, because vengeance is the Lord's, okay? So you try to break your foot off of somebody, you might have to end up breaking your foot in real, but thankfully that's not how I broke my foot. But I'm just saying, let's not get beside ourselves, okay? Let's understand that when things happen or when we fall, that it's okay. You can get back up. Like Dottie McClurky song, we fall down, but we get up. Okay. I just want to say this to you. Let me encourage you that I'm being goofy. I'm being silly from my foot being broken. And it's been so many jokes thrown at me about my foot. And whenever I would tell people I broke my foot, girl, you need to sit down anyway. You see? Other people can see when you need to stop, but we don't always see within ourselves. So trust the loved ones that's on the outside that say, hey, yes, you need some help. Yes, it's okay to sit down. Yes, it's okay to heal. Yes, it's okay to address what is broken. Okay, and do what's necessary for you to heal. So that way, everyone around you is not always like, oh, you need that healing. You need to be, yeah. So what is brokenness? Brokenness is when something is torn away from what should have been won, right? And it could be compound, meaning more than one break in one area, or it could be a hairline, or it could be a complete fracture. But either way, it's going to take time to heal. And I just say this to you, that whatever has caused you to fall, whether it's brokenness or just stumbling and or something happening abruptly or acutely that you didn't even see coming, don't necessarily take all the blame. Know that things do come in your life to show you you and the areas that you need to allow healing. And I pray that like I was telling you about, after going to the next visit and the next visit, every time you go, it's okay to reevaluate. It's okay to see your progress. Know that every so often it's okay to say, okay, where am I at in this process now? Where am I at? Am I progressing? And if you're not, how do I get there? What do I got to do? Do I got to increase my sleeping? Do I need to increase my medicine? I need to increase my relaxation time, what I'm watching, what I'm doing, how I'm living, what I'm putting in, what I'm eating, because there's supplements that you can take to help vitamins. Make sure you're getting nutrients. Make sure that you are getting proper rest. Make sure that you are thinking positive, that you are trying, that you're not just being complacent, that you're not just thinking negative thoughts, because what you're thinking and what you're feeling does affect how you heal. Okay, how you heal in your mind, how you heal in your spirit, and definitely how you feel, how you heal in your natural. So for me, this natural break has caused me to be reminded to eat healthy, because what I'm putting in is going to affect my body, but it's also going to affect my mood and my mind and how I interact and my energy level, right? The vitamins and the minerals and the different supplements that I need that I might not get through food, but healthy diet is important too. Also, staying hydrated, keeping everything flush, keeping the negative toxins away. All of that will help when aiding in healing, right? Resting, that's what I say. Rest, be still, go to sleep, let your body repair from the inside out. So that's all things. Your mind, let your mind rest. Let your body repair. Let your spirit be renewed. So, man, it's so good. So I'll leave you with these few points. Thank you for sticking with me, those who have stuck around this long video. Just know that you don't have to stay in that place where you have fallen, that we all make mistakes, we all fall, and we do sometimes have brokenness. And in that brokenness, there becomes a newness, renewal, healing that makes us stop and look at life. And it's okay if you're broken to get professional help and to seek inwardly what you need so that it shows outwardly. So thank you so much for watching my video. My first video, I'm so excited. I pray that something I've said on tonight has helped someone who was in a broken place feel healed, or understand the process of starting to heal and not stay in that broken state. Because even in our brokenness, there is a beauty in that. Because sometimes it takes us to be broken before we can really know that something was wrong in order to start the process of healing. So God bless you, my lovely, lovely flowers, my loves. And remember, everything you do it in love, and leave a little bit of glitter everywhere you go. Thank you so much. Lovely Steph here, signing out. God bless and have a good night.